Then land allotment. So here also we had made a very relaxable policies about for the land allotment. So use once land is allotted to you. Now if you change your plans, change the line of activity of manufacturing, or you want to lease out to someone. So there is a huge flexibility to sell, to sublease, to transfer, and then if you want to purchase the land, that is also available from leasehold to freehold. And through our land allotment policy and through our industrial policy, we are inviting for the PPP mode, so that all the industrial parks within the industrial park limit as well as in the urban limit, we can develop the common infrastructure. Now, what we have seen so far, that government itself is developing the common infrastructure. Now all the investors, all the companies are allowed to develop their own common infrastructure, and then you can lease it, rent out to the your friend companies at the rates decided by you. So it is an open market. Develop the infrastructure, lease out to everyone on the market rates as per the demand supply map. Then for this also we have a Swagat single window approval agency, which I had already talked about. So ease of doing business, these were the main thing, like urban, labor reforms, then pollution, then land allotment. So just to summarize, I would like to say that our pollution control board has expanded the number of white category industries from 41 to 130. So which include rubber, wood, poultry, agarbatti, street manufacturing, handicrafts, bamboo, can products, etc. And then there is a very easy policy now for the change of land use. Now it has become very easy. It is based upon the self-certification only. If there is any revenue land which is agricultural now and it needs to be changed into the commercial, so it is very easy. There is no ceiling that only that much amount of land can be converted into the commercial. So it is just based upon the self-certification and whatever is the revenue fees. There is no minimum land requirement for setting up the private universities, private colleges. Earlier it was seen not only in Tripura state but in all these states. You must have also experienced that there is a requirement that you need to have 50 acres for the university, for example, and then there is a requirement to have endowment fund of 100 crore to set up the university. But now all these requirements, all these restrictions are being removed, and I'm happy to say this year itself 4 universities have been given the approval by the government. So, and already we have, before that we were having 5 universities. So, for a Tripura like a state, very small state, we already have a good amount of university 9. So, which shows the demand. Which shows the demand of all the sector, health sector, technical sector, and then the education skill also. So, this is the recognition of Honorable Cabinet Secretary, Government of India, to our respected Chief Secretary for achieving the first position in deregulation phase 1. And happy to say that we had already completed phase 2 also. Phase 2 deregulation well before the other states, and that has brought many tremendous reforms. Some of them I had already talked about, and others I'll cover in my next slide, and my colleagues will also cover all the reforms in all the sectors. Our Honorable Minister of Industries, Madam Santan Chakma, receiving the award from Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Piyush Goyal. So all the reforms done. So what are the ground results of the reforms? So in the last year, there was one Rising Northeast Summit, which was conducted at Delhi under the leadership of the Central Government of India. There all the 8 Northeast states, Ashtalakshmi states participated, and total MOUs were signed by 30,000 crore. And 50% of them came to Tripura. And then there was an investment summit just like we are going to have in next month. So last year 3,800 crore MOUs were signed, and then Delhi Roadshow, which I already talked about, we signed around 1,500 crores of MOUs and LOI. So what is the effect of these 18,800 last year's 18,800 crore? Out of that we had already grounded 5,000 crore of projects. Now it may be say for example a state like industrial estates like Andhra, Telangana, Maharashtra, Gujarat. It may be a small figure of 5,000 crore, but you see the percentage wise, we signed a MOU of 18,800 crore and we landed and grounded the MOU's projects of 5,000 crore. Which means grounding means the land was allotted to them, the plants and machineries were procured by them, and the civil construction is started. So once I'm sure all the serious investors, once they have been given the land, once the plants and machineries are procured, civil construction is started, it shows the seriousness of the investor and of the government. And among them, what are the large projects are? Cold rolling steel manufacturing, medical colleges and hospitals, private universities, hotels and wellness centers, logistics parks, Airtel data center, health and nutrition. So these are the major sectors in which we landed the investment and grounded. So, and you are most welcome to explore any kind of new sector, given the strategic location of Tripura, where it connects with the Bay of Bengal. The trade with the southern states is going to be very easy. Now that we have undertaken all the reforms, we have undertaken the incentive. I had already shown the incentives available. So apart from that, we are bringing you the ready-made concept notes. So if any of the available companies are interested in these, I'll give 2-3 concept notes which we are already ready with, and our government had already shown the interest in. And if it clicks your mind, then it is just plug and play, and you come and invest and do the project. So one of them is Lake Chowmoni Market. It is in Agartala. So it is a vision of the government to increase more of footfall and to make a good use of available space. This project proposes redevelopment into a modern and organized, efficient market on the PPP model, where you can bring anything like organized retail, cinema, hotels, and any other kind of revenue generated uses. Then we have already designed a concept note of affordable housing in Pratapgarh. So this is also in, near Agartala. What we are planning is to develop housing for EWS and LIG and lower income groups, and it will cater the demand of the rising housing needs. So if I talk about the Agartala, so it has as of now it has saturated with respect to land and with respect to housing. It needs not many new housing projects to cater the demand of the public. So housing developing strategy. So it is a part of our policy that any of the land will be used for the mixed use land. So there you can develop all the common infrastructure as well as what is needed for the housing. Say water supply, sewerage, solid waste management, street lighting, fire safety, and community spaces. And our government had already launched a Tripura Affordable Housing Policy 2025, under which you can avail lot many incentives also.